Hello, hello. So the next point I want to make is somewhat around bureaucracy and somewhat around cancel culture. And it really is about taking risk. So think about investment in the stock market. In investment in the stock market, everybody understands that it's all about risk returns. You want to do something safe, there's no returns. You want returns, you have to do something risky, right? You can't get high returns without taking risk. And that's of course true for the stock market, it's true for any kind of investment, but it's also true for every human endeavor. If you think about any kind of innovation, if you think of whether it's research or product innovation or anything, there's an underlying risk return. You want to take no risk? Don't do anything. Every time you do something new, you're taking a risk. And the more new it is, the more risk you're taking. Now, I think that the combination of bureaucracy and cancel culture, which means that every mistake is incredibly expensive, is basically reducing our appetite for risk return. And this is actually incredibly terrible for society. Think about the following example. Imagine one of your friends came to you and say, hey, I'm thinking about opening a new restaurant. If you're a good friend, you should tell them, don't open a new restaurant. The odds of success is very low, the cost is very high, most restaurants fail. If you do the real cost-benefit analysis, you would say, don't open a restaurant. How much would you want to live in a city with no new restaurant? The answer is not so much. And this example illustrates the fact that even though the individual actors should probably not take this risk, for society as a whole, it's incredibly important. And the same thing is true for all kinds of risks. Sometimes it's not good for the individual, but for society, we want people to take risk. We want startups, we want new restaurants, we want people to try new ways of doing art, and we want new ways of doing writing, and we want new ways of doing television, and we want new types of research, and we want people to take risk. But as bureaucracy increases, we're basically creating pressure on no innovation. So, return and risk, there's some kind of function. Where do we want to be? And if we want to be on the high risk return, then we have to create the conditions that would allow people to take risk. And one of them is that mistakes are okay. And the other one is reducing bureaucracy. And only with those two, we can actually create some real innovation and the right risk return that we're interested in.